Look, I don't even want to hear it. Y'all gonna have to kiss my ass. I was late because I was asleep. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. And I don't walk in my job with my Burger King and I'm late and I'm saying good morning to everybody. Okay. I was late and who gonna check me, boo? Bitch, I was in here asleep. Okay. Ooh, bitch. I woke up at 7 and I said, okay, how many stories you got down already? And with one eye open, I pulled some more stories. Then I laid back down. So I'm gonna lay down to 7:30. Then I said I'm gonna lay down to 7:45. And then I fell asleep and it was 7:50. I said, oh, let me get my ass up and come into this damn job. Let me tell y'all something. That little piece of edible and that Pinot Grat that I did earlier this morning, that shit had done put me down. It had done put me down. I had a very long, productive day. The construction crew is here. They were in the basement, bamming around and fambling around all weekend. All day, working on the new set. That should be done by Friday, by the way. The new set should actually be done by Friday. Let me see. What else? I had to go to the mall and finish getting my jewelry. Then I'm wearing the Quad birthday dinner tomorrow. It's Quad's birthday tomorrow, guys. She having a nice dinner that we going to. And then I'm trying to think what else I had going on. I had to pay bills. I had it all going on today. I'm stressed. We rich white women, we not used to working like this. Ooh, we are not used to working like this. But anyway, speaking of working, there's a lot of things going on in the press. They got us working overtime. First and foremost, the Nashville girls. Y'all better go ahead down to the bar Nashville. Down to the bar Nashville is this Saturday. Me and DJ Slip from Birmingham. We are coming to show up and show out down in Nashville, down to Jar 10 from 5 to 9. We finna eat real good and we're gonna try to get out the building before the Memphis girls get to fighting and shooting up the place. Okay. Also, all the Nashville girls and all the Huntsville girls and all the girls from surrounding areas. I need y'all to buy y'all tickets and fill up the room because I don't want to make that much space for the Memphis girls. I'm scared that they're going to be bangy. I'm scared that they're going to be ghetto. I'm scared that they're going to be in there trying to fight me. And I don't need them talking about, yeah, glow. I don't need nothing. I don't need them rapping gangsta boo all down to the party. This is a classy-based affair. Memphis girls, we would love for y'all to be there, but only if y'all know how to act. Y'all know how to act right. Please leave all your guns in Memphis. Please leave all your knives in the car. Please leave all your drugs at home. Please don't bring no fight that you having with your baby daddy down to these people's establishment because I don't need it upsetting me and my homegirl. If you cannot go to Jar 10 for down to the bar, where could you go? Okay, if y'all beefing at them people win, leave it at them people win. Bringing it to my party is just sad. Okay, it's just sad. Memphis, y'all do know I'm just busting y'all chops, right? Memphis, I would love to have y'all in the building. Memphis, I would love to have y'all in the building. Y'all come through and represent everybody in that region. We are going to have a good time down to the bar where the Memphis girls be. I don't know. The Memphis girls might show me something. The Memphis girls might definitely show us something. So y'all want to go ahead and get on down to the bar Nashville. And then how many of y'all in the chat is going to the Queen's concert on Sunday? If you're going to the Queen's concert on Sunday in Nashville, put me in the chat. Because we might could do something before the concert. We might could do something before the concert. I might could do something after the concert. Depending on how many of y'all going. That's the real reason why I am coming down to the Nashville, honey, to see Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle, Stephanie Mills, and Shaka Khan. Babe, stay with me now. Don't you leave me, boy. I need you somehow. Won't you listen up? Just somewhere, somewhere, away to the thing. Away. Let me turn the fan on. All right, y'all. I just got crunk. Woo! I'm feeling better. My friend Katrina Hughes coming over here. We going walking when we get off with y'all. We going walking, and then I don't know why we going walking because bitch, I want to get a piece of pizza. So we going walking just to go eat, but maybe we should just walk our big fat asses to Fellini's. Baby, let me tell y'all something. Y'all ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. I'm on my detox tea, and I'm finna start walking. Oh, baby, my 12th grade 6-pack is about to be bike by Essence Festival. Cause see, the tea, the mushroom coffee don't already blew my stomach down a little bit. I'm like, y'all, I want to do everything to lose weight except eat right and work out. Okay. Y'all been taking pills, potions, and mystical drinks. I want to do the same. Okay. Baby, I got my little thing, my little wrap thing. Oh, I'm gonna show y'all one last picture before we get out of here. I'm gonna show y'all one last picture before we get out of here. Show y'all these one last pictures before we get out of here. Let me see here. What's going on? Bam. And we gonna export this thing. We gonna do that like that. I was gonna show y'all the before and the after, but anyway, the short of the story is I went down to the suit supply this Saturday with my stylist Erica Benoit. Shouts out to Erica, and we had got me some old nasty piece of outfit to wear the quad body, and it's got a thin ass cardigan with it. And I said, "Ooh, Erica," I said, "Baby, I can't wear this outfit with my stomach poking out." And then I thought about it and I said, hold on, baby, I got my workout band in my car. I said, Erica, go to my car and get my band. She went and got my band, honey. I had to tie that stomach up. Baby, I had to tie that thing. Y'all see how I got it wrapped up in there, baby? I had to tie that thing up. Baby, I guess this is what it feel like when y'all hoes, big, wide bite, Jubilee stomach hoes, be having them body magics and stuff on, baby. I had to tie her up, and then I kept her on all afternoon and walked through the mall and to make sure I was able to breathe with it on, baby. I had it on, but let me tell y'all what I look like, baby. Let me tell y'all one thing about me. Oh, baby, once I put that thing on, look at that stomach, baby. Stomach wear. Baby, I had it going on. Baby, I had it all going on. Yes, God. Stomach wear. Whose stomach stick out more than their chest? Whose stomach stick out more than their chest? Bitch, don't do me. Don't do me, baby. Baby, I had that thing wrapped up in there like a burrito, honey. Yes, God. Don't do me, honey. I might be 41, but I'm still fine. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into the show. We don't have a political corner today. We got a Diddy corner. And beware that this commentary is about to get a little graphic, guys. But one of the escorts in the situation said that he was forced to pee in Cassie's mouth during a private freak-off while Diddy sat back and masturbated. Federal prosecutors did not hold back during the opening statements of Diddy's federal trial. They laid out disturbing allegations, claiming he ran a network of violent adult parties, referred to as freak-offs, Wild King nights, and hotel nights, where women were allegedly forced to engage in acts while he watched and recorded. Prosecutors say his team organized everything from the hotel rooms and lighting to the cash and substances involved. One of the most shocking claims at one of the event, Diddy allegedly ordered an escort to use the bathroom on Cassie in a degrading act. The feds also allege Cassie, who first met Diddy at 19, was abused for years. They say she was beaten for speaking to other men, kicked in the back, dragged by her face, and stomped on in a vehicle before hidden in the hotel. Prosecutors say she was blackmailed with explicit footage and felt like she had no choice when he demanded more of the events. Another woman, Jane Doe, says she suffered similar abuse after meeting Diddy in 2020. Prosecutors say she was denied protection at these gatherings, had to take substances to cope, and even got sick mid-encounters, but was forced to continue. She, too, was allegedly physically harmed and controlled using substance and recordings. The Fed said Mia, Diddy's former assistant, will testify that he assaulted her by reaching under her dress and violating her without her permission. Excuse me. She's one of several women expected to testify, including Cassie and other witnesses from the events. Prosecutors argue this was a years-long criminal operation, and Diddy is facing 5 serious federal charges, including trafficking and racketeering. He pled not guilty. Here's the thing, guys. Diddy's going to jail. There's just absolutely no way around it. Diddy is going to jail, especially when they put Cassie on the stand. Diddy has so many things not going for him. The first thing is that he's black. Okay? The first thing that Diddy's got going for himself is the simple fact that he's black. All right? And there are certain black and white people alone who look at black men and instantly see scary black man in the alley. All right? And this is going to be very easy to trigger that scary black man in the alley situation that many people feel. Secondly, guys, some of the stuff is just so grotesque that in hearing it, you ain't got no choice to be like, this shit is so out of this world, he did it. Making somebody pee in somebody's mouth, I don't know. Now, Carisha says, I disagree. His charges are for racketeering and not sexual acts. And I'm not really sure where all you are getting that from. Let me see. What are Diddy's charges? And here's the thing, Carisha. And I'm not saying this whatsoever to embarrass you, humiliate you, or try to make you seem like you're less than smart. But if it is a RICO case, that's more the reason why his ass is about to go to jail, because that's easier to prove. Let's not forget, RICO is how Rudy Giuliani was able to take down the Italian mob, by simply tying strings together and creating this diagram of circular crimes that were committed, that could be proved, that there were records of. So I get that you were trying to say he's not going to get off because of RICO, but the simple fact is that if it is a RICO case, that's more the reason why his ass is going to go to jail, because there's a whole network of assistants, cronies, hotels, road people, security guards who were all paid off and part of this elaborate scheme to keep this stuff covered up. RICO is organized crime, Carisha. So I get that you're trying to defend him, but you're not helping this case by hollering out RICO, because that's more the reason his ass is going to go to jail. And if they can't get his ass on the sexual assault and some of the other things, they're definitely going to get him on the RICO charges. He's done. And here's the thing. I'm not going to lie to you. This is not about not sticking by a black man. This is not about tearing one another down. This is not about so quick to want to see a black man fail. You know, part of us standing by one another is standing by the right one of us and taking accountability when the wrong one of us do something. I'm sorry. He did this stuff. He did it. And here's the thing. He might not have did all of it, but he did enough of it to make me comfortable with his ass going to jail. He may not have did all of it, but he did enough of it. And the simple fact is, for many of y'all who say she was in on it, sure, maybe, perhaps. But all it takes is one time for you not to be in on it for it to be a crime. Let that sink in. All it takes is one time for you not to be with it, and it makes it a crime. I'm going to tell you something. I don't know Cassie. I know so little about Cassie. If I heard her speaking voice right now, I wouldn't even be able to tell you that it was her. But I'm going to tell you this. That girl didn't lay there and want no stripper to pee in her mouth. That girl did not lay there and just want some stripper to pee in her mouth. Come on, girl. Come on. We gonna use our brains here. We're going to use our brains here. There is no way that girl laid on her back, touching, oh, pee in my mouth, pee in my mouth, oh, pee in my mouth. That's some nasty SHIT. That girl didn't want that. And let me tell you something. Here's more proof of that girl and what she wanted and what she didn't want it. Let me tell you something. The testimony in the court got so vile. The people say Diddy's daughters had to walk out the courtroom. A lot of people took to social media to express their concerns about Sean Combs' kids being present in the courtroom, specifically his daughters. While they obviously want to support their father, it seems like the testimonies may be a lot to hear. According to CNN, as a paid male stripper, Daniel Phillip, I want to see what Daniel Phillip looked like. Daniel Phillip gave very explicit testimony detailing Combs masturbating as he watched Cassie and him have sex. Combs' daughter stood up and left the courtroom. They came back only for a brief time as more sexual details were shared. One of the sons also put his arm around his grandmother as testimony continued. However, the family did seemingly turn to watch the video of Combs. Now, let me tell y'all something. This is another thing. I fought Janice Combs on this one. Because I don't give a damn if those girls graduated high school or not. They're not grown. And there is no, I get the whole moral support and all of that. Yeah, we could do that via social media. There is no world where my upper teenage daughters would be in the courtroom listening to this for several reasons. Number one, it's traumatizing and they're just too young to be exposed to that level of sexual violence, number one. Number two, and some of y'all may take exception with what I'm about to say. I don't give a damn what Diddy did in reference to him being their father. And even if it's an illusion, I feel like those girls deserve to preserve whatever image of their father that they have. It's their right to only see their father, as the father that gave them gifts, as the father that loved on him. The justice system and the court of public opinion is going to do enough beating down and coming into the light for an eternity. I think that those girls deserve to only know their father as their father. And it was Janice Combs' responsibility to see to it that those girls were protected in that manner. Even though their father is a monster, it doesn't mean that they don't get to be protected from his sins. They should have never been there. I think knowing that my daddy is in trouble, knowing that he did some sexual crimes, knowing that he may go to jail is all that they need to know. How many of y'all are comfortable with y'all kids knowing the ins and outs of y'all sexual exploits, consensual and not? I would never want my kids, nieces, or nephews to look across at me and know anything that I've done sexual, consensual or not. There's just a line that should not be crossed, and it's an image of a parent that should be preserved at all times. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the boys, now look how we do the double standard here. I think, for the boys, it may be a little different because they were not on the receiving end of the degradation. But honestly and truthfully, I wouldn't want none of my kids to be there. And if my ass is about to go to prison, I think that would be the last gift that I would try to give my children. Sparing them the embarrassment and sparing them the trauma. Now, the moment your daughters lay down with any little piece of man and they try to get kinky or frisky or try something different and non-conventional in the bed, their minds are instantly going to go to, are they about to be peed on? Are they about to be beat on? Are they about to experience any of those things that they heard in that courtroom? I am sorry. Even at 19 years old, even at 20 years old, even at college level, there are just some sexual acts that are too grown until you get 38 and 40. Okay. And I'm going to tell you something. Peeing on somebody and doodle play and pee play and escorting and drugs and fluids, that baby, y'all too young for that. They too young for that. I'm sorry. And I know when we went to college, we was grown, but baby, I was having love sex, dirty sex, all the sex, but traditional sex. Okay. It wasn't all this other crazy stuff. It wasn't all, it was laying down, kissing, rubbing, penetration from 2 angles, doggy and missionary. That was it. And riding it. That was it. That was the only type of sex, maybe a little bit of oral. That was the only type of sex anybody needed to know about in they damn, now once you become a full man and a full woman and grown and you don't got a promotion on your job, that's older people sex. When you start mixing sex in with it and mixing drugs in and bringing other people in and bringing escorts in and all that's grown. That's grown. I'm 41, and those are things that I've only become comfortable with in the last 5 years. Like, come on now. They don't need to be exposed to all of that. Rock chick says she 38 years old and she only like missionary. Yeah, you ain't spitting it and all that crazy stuff. So that's what's going on with the Diddy trial, guys. And hopefully, after these girls were there this first day, that Janice don't make them come back, because the whole trial is going to be nothing but testimony like this. And there is absolutely no way that they cannot walk around after seeing this testimony and not think that their father is a monster. Let's see what this man looked like. Daniel Phillip Diddy. What Daniel Phillip looked like. Daniel Phillip stripper. Okay, what Daniel looked like? We got some court. Is Daniel Blake? Okay, it looked like Daniel Blake. Where is his picture? Somebody find a picture of Daniel Phillip and email it to me. We're trying to see what he looked like. Nevertheless, moving right along. Shannon Sharp says 50% of people want to see him go out bad. Take a listen.
Stop worrying about what people that don't know you think.
I think a lot of people have.
Stop worrying about that, because Ocho, you heard me say this. I want people to love. I just need the people that I love to love me.
Come on now.
See, you trying to and obviously the elephant is not in the room. He outside, but everybody knows what I'm going through. A lot of people have a lot to say, but as my brother been calling me, a lot of people, and thank you everybody that's reached out and the thoughts and prayers. I sincerely appreciate that. But when you think about it, Ocho, man, 50% of the people don't care that you got problems. The other 50% glad you got them.
Come on, Pastor.
So now what?
Pastor, take your time.
I agree with you, Doran. I'm not worried about. Look, I'm where I am. Right. This is where I am. I'm in Cleveland. 31 other teams that didn't.
Simply put, no. Uncle Shannon, no. Uncle Shane, Uncle Shay, you don't get to reframe this. You do not get to reframe this. You are nobody's victim. The only thing you are a victim of is poor choices. The only thing you are a victim of is poor choices. You do not get to make poor choices, get in trouble, and then get on here and lecture us about how 50% of people want to see you doing bad and are glad you have a problem. And you know what? Here's the gag. It probably is true. 50% of the people probably do feel that way, but that's a blanketed statement that applies to every single human being on the planet. You're not exempt from it. And here's the other thing. Knowing that's what 50% of people want, why did you feed the beast? You fed it to him. You fed it to him. This is not about 50% of people wanting to see you do bad. This is about your ass being over 50 making bad decisions. To all of y'all, she was legal. This is what happens on a universal and on a spiritual level. This is what happens on a spiritual and universal level when you make poor decisions. I don't care. We are still having the wrong conversation. I am sorry. In my personal opinion, he has not become beat down enough for the fact that he was messing with a 19-year-old. I'm sorry. Y'all can call it legal all you want. I see somebody in the chat said it was a shakedown. Maybe it was. I don't deny it. I don't deny it, but they could not have shook him down if he was a man of good moral character. And yes, I'm calling it moral character because there is no world where a 50-something-year-old man should be sleeping with a 19-year-old girl. And I'm sorry, I'm finna take it here. And he damn sure shouldn't be sleeping with her if she ain't black. Come on now. Come on. Come on. What self-respecting, educated black man could not see this for what it was? Shannon, how did you think this was a good idea? 19? You older than me. I got 17, 18, 19. I got 20-something-year-old nieces and nephews right now. And it's nothing about them or their idiotic friends that turn me on. I think this younger generation, I think they, listen, even if I was remotely attracted to one of them physically, they so goddamn dumb and immature at that age, it makes me want to throw up. They don't even know how to put on deodorant and wipe between their ass good at 19 years old. The boys and the damn girls. What are you doing? What are you doing? You want to feel like the king of the jungle. You need to feel like daddy so bad that you went off and got the 19-year-old girl that rejected your ass in high school because Lisa Vanderturtle wouldn't pay you no attention, and you are still carrying that pain and that fantasy and that trauma and drama in your head. Woe is me. And now 50% of people want to see you do bad because you went and screwed a 19-year-old. Okay, yeah, it's our fault. It's our fault. It's our fault. You going through what you going through because we want to see you do bad. We want to see you do bad. It ain't got nothing to do with the fact that your damn near AARP eligible ass went and laid up with a 19-year-old girl. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Maybe people want to see you do bad in this situation because they're enraged. Maybe people want to see you do bad in this situation because they're going and picking their daughters up from spring break on college and they're thinking of how they would feel if they found out a big 50-something-year-old black man was laying on top of their damn 19-year-old child. And y'all keep wanting to play. Listen. And I had a lot of men get mad when, the pedophile word was thrown around. Let me tell you something. It's a fine line between men that like young girls and pedophiles. It is a fine line between men who like young girls and pedophiles. It's a fine line. You is not finna sit up here and tell me that 19-year-old body differs much from the 16-year-old body. You ain't finna tell me that. You ain't finna tell me that 19-year-old body differs much from that 17-year-old body. You ain't finna tell me that. Now, I ain't going to go as far to say if they 19, you'll hunch them if they 17. But if they 17 and you like them 19, you still get an erection and you'll have sexual fantasies about them. What the hell is the difference? It's a very thin line. That is why. Maybe people want to see you pay for your bad decisions. It's a shakedown. They couldn't shake you down if you didn't take the bait. So yeah, maybe they shook them down, but you fell for it because they knew what your weakness were. They knew what so many of y'all weakness was. Dangle a pretty little Latina or white girl in front of y'all, or a white boy, Andrew Gillum. Dangle a cute little sexy white or Latino or white adjacent body in front of y'all, and y'all will give up the keys to the kingdom and the bank account. Do Jesus. Now you got kids that age. knowing damn well you won't want your 19-year-old daughter to walk in with no damn 50-something-year-old athlete or entertainer, because you already know what the hell going on, that your child is being taken advantage of. Come on, Shannon Sharp, get the hell up out of here. And Ocho Cinco, I love you. I love the fact that you trying to support your mans, but no. At a minimum, just be quiet and let them talk. At a minimum, just be quiet and let them talk. Right here co-signing this. Chad, where your 19-year-olds at? You ain't out there messing with them because you know better. Now, they say Chad might whoop your ass. They say Chad might talk to you crazy. But they didn't say Chad going out to the college campus and picking the girls up and you sit up here not holding his ass accountable. If it's so right, Chad, go on and get you a couple of them. Go on and get you one, Chad. Chad, if I was you, Chad, when he get to talking like this, keep your mouth closed. Just let him talk. You don't want to be a part of no future mashup. Most stuff come out in court, and then you got one or two in your background that say, oh, yeah, they're going to collect your ass and get you together. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Moving right along. Not only do we have to protect our daughters, but we also got to protect our sons. Jaden Daniels, his mother opened up about protecting her son from certain women. Take a listen.
To you talk about the things you've done for yourself, but also the way you look at parenting, it just sounds like being a good mama to me. But when things become public and you let the outside world start to pick it apart, they're going to be able to critique it and break it down and do whatever they want with it. You know, you were very honest about protecting him. You said predators, also protecting him from women who can be predators. And we've seen that all through sports. We see it after their careers. We see it in business. Being the good woman you are, also raising a daughter, why have you been so diligent about protecting Jaden from the wrong woman?
So first and foremost, I have a meme out there, and it's funny. So I can't laugh. I can only laugh about it. But the whole girls comment was made, first of all, 2 years when he was at LSU. It was a question asked, like, what is your biggest fear? And that should be every parent's biggest fear. That should be, if you're a star athlete and you're a female in WNBA, that should be your biggest fear is, the men or, the women, because you're a public figure and, your dollar amount is associated with your name. So you never know who really is there for you and who's really against you. And our thing is like, I want Jaden to date. I don't want everybody to say I'm putting it on record. My son can date. He can live freely, makes his own decisions. However, the relationship we have, he does value my opinion because, when my kids were little, I did a lot for them. So, and my kids saw that.
All right, that's getting lengthy. So here's the thing. Do she do a little too much? By some people's accord, but on the flip side of things, the alternative is then we're sitting on this same platform doing a show about how some white woman done sunk her teeth into. Let me explain something to y'all. And let me explain something to y'all well. I speak coded language very well. And what this mama is saying hell no to is him going out getting some white woman or some white girl to get with him, have babies, and take all his money. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Yes, is it a bit much? Yeah, but you know what? You can't compare this to y'all sons. You can't compare this situation to y'all sons. All right? Y'all sons simply went to college, went to class, got a degree, and is living a regular life. Y'all sons' name don't ring no bells in the public world. Y'all sons don't have a target on their back from all of these different predatory women that are just looking for a check. And maybe some of y'all sons do in your own small town, local kind of way, but it's not the same. She doing right. All of y'all talk about, I don't play about mine. I lay down my life for mine. I go there for mine. Well, this is what it looked like going there for yours. And I can assure you as a mother, if he brought a girl around and the spirit felt right, that mama will move her ass out the way. She'd have no problem. She'd have no problem. If he brought a Savannah James around that mama will move right on out the way. If he brought one like Savannah James around, that mama will move right on out the way. But what you not finna do is bring around Kirsten. You not finna bring around Kirsten. You not finna bring around Tatiana Lutz. You not finna bring around Gloria Rosario. You better go get you a Savannah. Because that mama see it for what it is. That mama not finna let Larsa Pippen sink her teeth into her son and drain all the resources. After she had to go tell Nate she was in a bind. I'm in a bind, Nate, in order to get him some shoes. Shots out to the girls on Set It Off. That mama had to go let Nate know she was in a bind to put her child through all these football programs and all of that. I'm in a bind, Nate. Had to go sleep with Nate to get $40 for some shoes and scrub all that mean man car salesman off her body. No, ma'am. I'm in a bind, Nate. That lady looked back at all the Nates she had to lay it, spread it wide and lay it low with in order to get her son. I'm in a bind, Nate. When Nate said, I need some of that hoo-ha. Okay? Mama said, no, ma'am. Then mama said, I didn't run the risk of getting herpes for no white bitch to come in here and take all my son money. No, ma'am. I'm in a bind, Nate. Mama said she finna see this thing through. I'm in a bind, Nate. For all the time she was in a bind, her son is not about to pay the fine. I ain't mad with her. I don't even know this lady. I don't put all her business on the screen. I hope I don't go to one of these games and get beat up by the mascot. But mama say she was in a bind, honey. She was in a bind. For everybody who loves girlfriends, Mara Brock Akil, who's been on Sherry Shepherd and has some interesting thing to say. Before I tell this story, I want to say something really quickly. I don't know if there's just all of the big celebrities just ain't doing much right now, or we've been overexposed to them. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I have been really pleased with the level of guests that Tamron Hall and Sherry Shepherd have been having lately. They have been having guests that are medium level fame, you know what I'm saying? Or like behind the scenes people, or like social media people who, you know, we know but haven't thought of. I would have never thought to have Mara Brock Akil, and Tamron Hall had Duran Bernard on her show recently, and I thought that those were great guests to be booked. But Mara Brock Akil said, listen, she's open to doing a Girlfriends reboot, but it's going to take $50 million to do it. Take a listen.
Reboot of Girlfriends. Can we get something I must have?
Okay. I want to just say, I want to tell that story.
Yes.
I have tried to tell that story. So I have a good idea for us right now. Where's your phone?
My phone is right behind me.
Do you know anybody who has $50 million in your phone? Do you know?
Well, actually, I do.
I know it.
Yes.
I bet Sherry does. Or do we have 5 people who have 10 million? Do we have 10 million who have 5?
Okay.
But I want to write the story, the epic movie.
You want to do a movie?
I would love to do a movie.
Okay. This is what I'm going to ask. All of y'all
pass the plate. Pass the plate.
If y'all know anybody, and we're talking in the millions, but y'all, if we get $20, everybody $20, $100. If y'all know anybody, let's get us a crowdsource and a fund or something that we can help get this movie written.
Let's do it.
Because we know how hard it is to get stuff made in Hollywood, and so that you were able to do it. And I'm not gonna let this Girlfriends.
I really want to thank the audience.
Okay, so the first thing that came to my mind, I'm not going to lie to y'all. The first thing that came to my mind had absolutely nothing to do with the story and everything to do with this is the type of woman that Shannon Sharp and Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and all the rest of them need to be getting with. That's the first thing. The second thing that went through my mind, and God forgive me, I don't want y'all to say I'm pitting women against each other. I think this is what Vivica Fox would have looked like had she not touched her face in her aging process. The third thing that I want to say is Mara Brock Akil, write the movie. I think that this interview with Sherry Shepherd would have been more impactful had you said the script is already written. I'm just waiting for somebody to finance it. I think that would have been the stronger play. The script is already written. That makes the studios interested. You telling us you need 50 million before you even write it. Nobody's going to wager 50 million on something that they don't know if it's going to be viable, that the people want. Here is the other thing. In order to make a $50 million movie, it's going to need 50 million for the budget, and it's going to need another 50 million for marketing. All right, that's $100 million. Now, I know y'all may not like what I'm about to say. I never got on the Girlfriends train. I don't know what I was doing or where I was at when Girlfriends or Sex in the City was big. I think I must have been at the BSU house in college or up in the SGA Senate chambers writing legislation. I don't know what I was doing. I never got on this train. With that being said, forgive me if I sound a little ignorant when I say this, but is there a world where a Girlfriends movie grosses over $100 million needed in order to recoup the funds from this movie and profit? And I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I don't think so. Mara Brock Akil, I love it, sis. I don't ever want us to dumb down our dreams, but can we not get a Lifetime version or a TV One version of the movie that you're thinking about? And then that way we can kind of get one every 2 years or every 3 years. Why can't we get a Lifetime version or a Hallmark Channel version or a TV One version of the movie that will cost us, 10 million, 15 million? I think that that's more viable. I know that we talk a lot of stuff about Tyler Perry and his productions, and some are good, some are bad. But if Tyler is able to scale those productions down, here's the other thing. Granted, I'm not a filmmaker, but one episode was what, 30 minutes? Was it 30 minutes or an hour? One episode, somebody, were they 30 minutes or an hour? What were the episodes, 30 minutes or an hour? Let me see what the people are saying. I need to know how long. They was 30 minutes. Okay, that's 4 episodes to make 2 hours to make a movie. I highly doubt it costed you 50 million when you were making 4 episodes. And granted, I know that movies have more locations and more costuming and stuff. The people not asking you for all of that, Mara Brock Akil. We want the story. We want the story. We don't need all the pomp and circumstances. Give us the story. Give us a BET Christmas movie version of it, where maybe if Tony Childs don't come back, maybe Tony dies and the girls get back together over her funeral. Maybe Jabari graduated college. Maybe Jabari dies and all the people come back together for the funeral of Golden Brook's son. There's a way you can do this, Mara Brock Akil, for far less. Maybe Joan gets married. As much as I want to see Netflix come back, Netflix, somebody put Netflix. As much as I want to see Girlfriends come back, and I'm not trying to shade our good sis, I just don't think it's a $50 million. So somebody said Sinners grossed over 280 million. Why not Girlfriends? Okay. Sinners has grossed over $280 million. Why not Girlfriends? The first glaring reason why Girlfriends won't do 280 million off rip, men are excluded from the audience of this show. Okay. And please don't get in here and be like, my husband used to watch it with me all the time. Yeah, there are going to be one-offs and exceptions to the rule. This is a female show. Men, you're not getting men excited about running to the movies to see Girlfriends. So that's part of it. Number 2, 3, 4, and 5, y'all come up with the other reasons, but Girlfriends and Sinner, there is no comparing. There's a deeper level of interest when it comes to something like Sinners versus Girlfriends. And let's not forget the obvious, guys. The obvious. It's black. And not to say that we can't do it, but I would like to see it do it. But if you think the studios are going to put behind Girlfriends what they put behind Sex in the City, They're not going to do it. Okay. Not to mention how many of white audiences are just not going to watch this. I think Sinners had a bit more broad appeal. It definitely appealed to men and women. And I definitely think that there was a faction of white folks out there that was willing to see it because it was a scary movie with white vampires. So much time has lapsed. These hoes is old now. So now we got to fast forward. There's just a lot of reasons, but let's dream a little less ambitiously and get on down there to TV One, Hallmark, or Lifetime and make it happen. Garcelle Beauvoir or Vivica Fox, they'll produce it, girl. You just write it. Speaking of television shows, Beyond the Gates, y'all, this is just a really quick hit. Beyond the Gates, the first Black-led daytime soap in 35 years, gets renewed for season 2. If you have watched Beyond the Gates, or if it's something that you are watching, please put me in the chat. They said Girls Trip had a budget of 19 million. Where was it? Girlfriends had a budget of 19 million and grossed 143 million. I think that this is more realistic. What did I say? 50 million, and they would need to make it times 3. This is more realistic. This is a profitable movie. This is a profitable movie. But we also have to also understand something about girlfriends and girlfriends versus Girls Trip. Girls Trip had bigger names in it. All right. The Latifahs, the Jadas, and this is no shade. All I'm saying is the right elements have got to be there in order for the movie to make sense. And if Girls Trip had a budget of 19 million, Mara Brock Akil, you're not getting 50. You're not getting 50 for Tracy Ellis Ross, Golden Brooks, and them other 2 people who name I can't even remember. Jill Marie Jones and that other lady. Not happening. But for the girls that's watching Beyond the Gates, is it good, y'all? Is Beyond the Gates good? Shouts out to them. And it is my hope. It is my hope that everybody who watches daytime soaps take to this. Let me tell y'all something. I think a black daytime soap doing well is also evidentiary of the fact that we probably have more sisters that are stay-at-home wives now than they were back in the day. So y'all don't forget, soap operas were originally catered to suburban stay-at-home moms, and they were pushing soap ads and whatnot. I forgot the exact story, but they were pushing like Palmolive soap ads and whatnot during these things. Soap operas were designed to appeal to a specific group of women. And the fact that this show is doing well, it says to me, somebody said people are unemployed, people have remote jobs. Okay, all of that is a factor in what's going on, and all that matters is the show is doing well. So congratulations to Tamara Toomey and all the other people that we got over there. Now, speaking of more shows, I'm going to tell y'all something. Kimora Lee is back. She lands a new reality TV series called Kimora Back in the Fab Lane. Let me tell y'all something. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Anything beyond 5 females that wear designers clothing, drive fancy cars, and wear red bottoms. Anything outside of that formula, I'm willing to give it a chance. We are not going to pretend like Kimora was not good TV. We're not going to pretend like she was not a good reality TV star. And I am pretty interested to see what's going on in her life around this time. I think that Kimora will do a pretty good show. The girls are older now. We get an opportunity to explore those relationships and those lives, not to mention her affiliation with Diddy's girls. I think that there is a lot that can be done with Kimora. Now, Kimora, I'm going to tell you what we don't want to see. We don't want to see you dating. We don't want to see you dating. Is she still with that white man that they tried to steal Russell Simmons' money, or is she single now? I can't remember, and I can't keep up because her legs is like a revolving door, baby. She always got an old rich billionaire man in between her legs and in her butt. Now, here's the thing. Now, if you're going to do it like that, then, you know, lay it low and spread it wide with billionaires. But I definitely would tune in. And I want to see Kimora real girlfriends. Do she hang out with Juanita Jordan? Do she hang out with Ivanka Trump? Do she hang out with Kyle Richards? Do she be with Ebony K. Williams? Like, girl, this go around, show us your real life, Kimora Lee, and not just your white adjacent Asian girl antics. Show us your real life. But I think that it could be cute. All right, guys, we got a sad story to report. Tory Lanez was stabbed in prison. An investigation is underway. Tory Lanez, 32, was stabbed by another inmate at a California Correctional Institute in Tehachapi. An investigation has been initiated by CCI's Investigative Services Unit and the Kern County District Attorney's Office, yada, yada, yada. Approximately 7:20 a.m. today, Peterson was attacked. Staff immediately called 911, and a spokesperson said it was Tory Lanez that was hospitalized. Hold on, it gets a little more detailed when I get into this next slide, which says from the Tory Lanez Instagram account, Tory Lanez was stabbed 14 times, including 7 wounds to his back, 4 to his torso, 2 to the back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face. Both of his lungs have collapsed, and he was placed on a breathing apparatus. He's now breathing on his own, despite being in pain. He's talking normally and in good spirits, and deeply thankful to God that he is pulling through. He also wants to thank everyone for their continued prayers and support. And guys, this is really unfortunate because to stab somebody 14 times is to try to kill somebody. I don't know much about prison politics, but it's definitely giving a hit. All right. Please do not start with your conspiracy theories. A nan bitch better type Jay-Z, Rock Nation, or Meg Thee Stallion in our chat. We don't know nothing. We don't know. Let's just sit back and wait. But I am willing to bet. Whoever it was, they tried to kill him. They tried to kill him, and I don't care. He doesn't deserve that. He doesn't deserve that. Somebody said that was domestic. No, dang, it's gang culture. Somebody said he's probably going to be transferred. You think? Quiet as it's kept, and a lot of times people don't want their lawyers don't want their defendants, and families don't want their loved ones placed in solitary confinement. But oftentimes it's for your physical safety. I know that it can do a toll on your mental, but it is obvious that this man was trying to be killed. And I'm gonna be real with you. I'm pretty sure that there are some statistics that say it's safer for somebody to be in the LGBT unit or the trans unit. I don't know what unit they had him, is given general population tease. And perhaps they need to put his ass in the trans unit or the gay unit and let him sit over there because he would be a little safer over there. I don't know how all that worked. I don't know if that prison had, but stabbing somebody 14 times, that was definitely a hit, and it was definitely done by somebody who's never getting out. So I'm not understanding why he is even with people who are that violent. All we can do is sit back and wait to see what all the hell gonna be going on. Second to last story, guys. Tina Knowles. Tina Knowles wants y'all to know that she don't just be at the concerts looking because she's Beyonce mama, that she's actually working. Take a listen.
On your way to the concert now, how will you spend the concert? Like, obviously you're backstage. I guess you have one of those great passes that gets you access all areas. But what does the concert look like when you're Beyonce's mother?
Well, I am still working with I manage all of the stylists and the wardrobe. And, you know, Beyonce has, it's over 600 costumes because she changes every night. I mean, you know, some things stay the same, but a lot of it changes. There are so many dancers and band members, and they change. So you can imagine 600 or 700 outfits. And there are 3 main stylists and 4 dancer stylists. So I just kind of manage the whole thing in the budgets. So I'm still working actively. And I look at the show from different vantage points to make sure that the clothes look great on stage. We change things every night. So I'm working the whole time I'm looking at the show, but I don't usually miss a show.
Let me tell y'all something. Beyonce is a better employer than I'll ever be because, baby, we ain't got no money. We ain't got no money in the budget for y'all to have 6,700 costumes. Girl, we only got 50 shows. So it should only be 100 costumes. Baby, y'all either gonna wear costume A or costume B. Okay? You know what? It's Beyonce, so I give them costumes C and D. Y'all hoes ain't getting no new outfit every damn night. Y'all ain't getting no new outfit every damn night. The band does, oh my God. But you know what? That just goes to show how much money these concerts are grossing when you are able to shell out that much money. And you know, I always said something. I always, 6 or 700, not 6,700. Oh, girl, tell me something. I was like 6,700. She said 6 to 700. Even so, that's a lot of damn clothes. That is a lot of clothes. They got a bus. Like I see, y'all be looking at documentaries of the wrong thing. Y'all be liking the stuff that go on in the front. I'm more interested in the technical things that go on in the back. Are all those costumes on one bus? Do all those costumes get shipped to a city and put on a bus, and the first leg of the costumes get taken off the bus? Because I know they can't travel with all that stuff. Like, how many people are in the styling department? Like, I'm just fascinated. I want to know all of this stuff. What happens when the bus with the costumes get lost on it? Is it mandatory that everybody keep one outfit in their bag in case the bus break down and they have to go on stage? Like, the logistics of how they put together a tour and tour this thing, I would love to understand it. I know if Beyonce making $9 gazillion billion doing this tour, the overall tour manager got to be getting $4 gazillion dollars doing it, because it is a lot of moving pieces when it comes. I would love, this is project management at the highest of levels. So shouts out to all my project managers out there, all my people that got their PMP certifications. This is the ultimate level of project management when you have to do a project this doggone big. And guys, finally, before we get out of here, I hope we don't have to go get a U-Haul on one of our cars and go around Cam Newton house and get Jasmine Brown anytime soon. But just in case anybody cares, that girl is pregnant with baby number 2 from Cam. And I'm going to tell y'all something. It's giving me like wink if you need help. And I don't know why. And let me tell you something. I don't know anything about Jasmine. I like her. I think she's extremely funny. But there's a part of me that just can't help but feel like it's giving, I'm going to have more babies from him than the rest of them to prove that I'm the one. That's just kind of what it's giving for me. It's giving, oh yeah, but I got 2 of his kids. Oh, you know, I got multiple of his kids, so I'm more special than them other ones. No, I got multiple of his kids. See, no, they was just baby mamas. He stayed with me. He stayed. He only hit it and quit it with them. He was with them for 6 months. But he was with me for 6 years. And I got 4 of his kids. So I'm most special. He didn't do me like y'all said he was going. That's what all of this is giving me. And I may be wrong. And I'm be honest with you. I hope I'm wrong. Like I said, I like Jasmine. This is not me trying to talk down on her. She's somebody I would love to be friends with. I think she's funny. I think she's fine. I think she's cool. But I just can't help but feel like that's what a little bit of this is kind of giving. I hope not. And I don't mean for my commentary to take away from the beauty of this woman's pregnancy. I wish her and Cam nothing but the best, nothing but the most. But that is kind of what it's giving. Anyway, y'all, I'm finna get out here and wrap my stomach and go walking with Trina. And I'll call y'all hoes later. Bye. What we gonna eat after we go walking? Cause I'm hungry.